what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Tony TV, and it's time for the takeover. You already know, challenge, back at it, season 37, episode 17. So, this episode was, for y'all to remember, last week we had Big T got sent home by Emmy, and Emmy stayed on Sapphire team because she loved Uncle CT. So this week it's going to be a guys elimination, and the guys know that CT need to get out of here, but they also know that they don't want to go against him in the elimination, so they don't know how they're going to make that happen. You got like half of them that want CT gone because they know if he gets to a final he's going to win. But then you have the other half that knows if they're on a team with CT that they'll win a final with CT. So it's kind of like, should we keep him, should we not? The real answer is no. Get rid of CT, because if you're on CT's team, more than likely he gonna find some kind of way to win this final. I don't know how he does it, but he manages to do it every season. So if y'all let him get there, you might as well give him the check now. Don't even go through the challenge. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time, because he's gonna win it anyway. So don't waste your time competing in the final. Just give him the money and go home. Okay, so then we get to this week's daily challenge called Dead Drop, and pretty much they're over the water on this beam, and they have to walk across the beam, grab the capsules, and come back across. It's 10 capsules in total that you and your team want to get all the way across. You want to get as many as possible. However, the beam is small. One person can go at a time, and as you're trying to cross, all the other players who aren't on your team are tossing out flying bombs at you. It's like this big old ball that they just keep tossing back and forth, trying to hit you and trying to knock you off your pivot into the water. Now, if they knock you into the water and you're holding a capsule, that capsule is dead. It can't count. Whichever team has the most capsules get to the other side. They win. They got it. They're good for the week. They'll be the agency. So we start off with the Sapphire team. Sapphire team is just CT, Emmy, and Kyle. So it's three of them. They got to make it work. They got to do what they got to do. CT the only one that do what he got to do. CT gets all of their capsules. All Emmy and Kyle could do is fall into the water every time they get hit by the flying bombs. And I'm just like, y'all are really useless right now. CT got to do all the work. And CT's gonna do all the work. He don't need to be on the team with y'all. He can play this game by himself, because what the hell? So CT gets 7 capsules all by himself. I'm like, wow, this man is really the GOAT. Love that for him. Hate that for everyone else. So then we have the Ruby team goes. So Logan, Tori, and Nelson, they go, try to do the best they can. Nelson's useless. He can't get all the way across without falling. Tori is not doing much either. So pretty much Logan's doing all the work. Logan's only able to get 2 capsules himself. So obviously they're not going to win this week's challenge. It isn't a surprise. Ruby has won nothing and still will continue to win nothing, apparently. Then, last but not least, we have the Emerald team, which has the most players. It is 5 of them. So your odds of getting these capsules should be a little higher. You got Devin, Nani, Casey, Amanda, and Emmanuel. So, you know, they've been stacked this whole time, so it's like, let's just see what y'all can do. You got Nani jumping straight in the water, Amanda jumping straight in the water, but Amanda can't get back up to even try again, so she's pretty much out in the water swimming. Devin's doing his best, struggling in the beginning. Emmanuel, not doing that great. Casey, also not doing that great. In the beginning, they were all not doing that great. They ended up picking up speed, ended up figuring it out. Now, what the other challenge they're trying to do, they're trying to let the girls cross all the way across, grab the capsule, and then on their way back, they want to hit them so that the bomb will be dead. So it's like, okay, makes sense, good strategy, right idea, but it wasn't working out. So that was dead. Devin started to hold away for his team and started holding it down. I was like, wow, Devin, I'm proud of you. And then Casey, she got up in there, she started doing what she had to do, and I think Emmanuel got a couple. So they ended up with 7 capsules as well. So at that point, it just came down to which team got the 7 capsules first. And surprisingly, I was very shocked. It was Sapphire team. I was like, wow, finally Sapphire doing a little something. Like, I think it's their second win at Sapphire. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do that. And I think this is CT's 55th daily challenge win. And that right there should let y'all know, you need to send CT home when you can, because that don't make no sense for his number to be that high. I'm not gonna hold you. He's not that many challenge wins. He's the GOAT. Get him out of here. But clearly y'all aren't. So that only leaves, for as far as guys can go to elimination, it leaves Logan, Nelson, Emmanuel, and Devin. So, you know, they're a little shook up. They don't know what they're going to do just yet. Logan and Nelson both agree that if they go down to elimination, they won't pick to go against each other in the elimination. So, like, that's cool. It's good camaraderie, good sportsmanship, good team play. So, I'm like, that's great. I want to see Devin down there, but also I'm like, don't know if he's going to get down there with CT and Kyle both being the agency. They're not going to vote for him as the house vote. So, the only he'll go down there is if somebody wants to go against him, which isn't a bad idea because Devin's not that great of a player, so pretty much I feel like majority of them could beat Devin, honestly. So then we get to the nomination ceremony, and pretty much CT wants the guys to say why they shouldn't go in and who should go in. But all the guys trying to play it safe, they're not trying to say too much. All of them pretty much are saying that they don't feel like they should go in, but they're not calling out to let CT know who should go in their place. So CT's getting a little amped up, he's getting a little angry, because they not playing a cutthroat game right now. Everybody's trying to just be safe and calm and not do too much. But CT is like, I need some names. I need y'all to help me figure the situation out. So then he points at Emmanuel. He's like, the easiest name for me to say is yours because you haven't done much for me and you also haven't been into elimination yet. So then Sapphire casts their vote and it turns out to be Logan. I'm not gonna say I wasn't necessarily surprised because I figured it was either gonna be Logan or Emmanuel, but I knew that Emmy's protecting Emmanuel, so I figured by her doing that, Logan would have to be their next target. So I wasn't surprised that he was the one picked. Now I'm just like, okay, Logan, who are you gonna pick to go against? Because in my mind, I feel like his best option is Devin because Devin's very hit or miss. Depending on the challenge, I don't see him beating Logan. Doesn't have more stamina than him. Doesn't have more endurance. He's not stronger than him. So Logan, I feel like that's your best chance. That's who you should pick. So we get to the elimination. I see these big rockets on the sand. Not sure what's going on. Logan picks Emmanuel, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know how I felt about it, to be honest. Cause I'm like, Emmanuel's a good player, and so are you. Like, y'all the best rookies of the season. So this challenge is called Rocket Run, and for this challenge, like, they had these big rockets in the sand, and they have this lever on the opposite side. So pretty much, TJ tells them they have to run across the rocket and pull the lever and run back across the rocket again to stop their time. And they have 15 seconds to do this, and they're gonna keep doing 15 seconds until somebody doesn't make it back in 15 seconds. So they just run it across a rocket. Okay, I guess could be a better challenge than that. The only problem with this is Emmanuel's a dancer, and Emmanuel be having a lot of energy. So I'm like, Logan, you might have messed up here, but Emmanuel probably gonna do very well on this. So they get at it, they going. So they just going, they just keep running over. And they're both meeting the 15 seconds. So it's like, okay, they don't keep meeting the 15 seconds. This is gonna take all night. So TJ knocks it down to 10 seconds. And they still going, they still at it. Emmanuel doesn't look tired at all. Logan's getting a little slower as they go round for round. But Emmanuel like, he has all the energy in the world. I don't know how, but he does. So eventually they go one more time, and at this time, when Logan has to come back, when he jumps over the rocket, he falls. And when he falls, Logan said, I have fallen, I can't get up. And my man stay on the ground, the clock run out, and Emmanuel's the winner, Logan's going home. And I'm like, wow, Devin can't run over that rocket that many times. He doesn't have the stamina for it. Logan would have been good, but I guess, I don't know what happened. So yeah, so then at that point, TJ tells Emmanuel to just go back in the stands. He just says go back up there. So Emmanuel doesn't have to pick a team to be on. So all that's telling me is like, so are they about to have an individual game or what's going on? But TJ says that they're really close to the final, and with them being so close, some more people gotta go. So he tells them they about to have 2 more eliminations right now tonight, and 2 more people are going home. We already had 1 guy go home, so it's gonna be another guy and another girl. But either way, like, that throws the number off because it's 10 of them right now, 5 guys, 5 girls. So however he do it, it's not gonna be even. So I'm not really sure what the plan is for that. But I'm interested to see. With them, I don't know how they're about to pick who's about to go down there to fight an elimination. I don't know if Sapphire is still safe because they were the agency, or how that goes. But it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm hoping my dog Nelly T can pull it out and not get sent home. But if Sapphire is still in power, Devin's still gonna be safe unless Nelson calls him out. And hopefully whatever Nelson calls him out for is an elimination that Nelson can beat him in. As far as girls, I feel like Casey should be okay. Emmy's on Sapphire, so Emmy's okay. Nani and Amanda should be a little worried, and also Tori. Because I honestly don't know which way it can go, but I feel like those 3 might be possibly going down into elimination. Out of those 3, I feel like Tori has the best chance of winning an elimination over Amanda or Nani. It just depends on what it is. So we're gonna see. I'm interested for the next episode because that cliffhanger, it blew me. If the episode finally started to get good and then y'all just dropped me off like that, like a bad habit, so I wasn't too happy. But we're gonna see what happens next week. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna be back at it. I'm gonna catch y'all.